Is Tempopo worth our time? We're about to find out. Welcome everyone to episode 238 of 1 Hour 1 Decision, 1 inch 1D. I am Chris.
And I am Tom.
And we take 60 minutes and play a random game on Xbox Game Pass and decide, well, Tom, is this the rhythm of our heart?
I'm not sure. It feels like it might be the Rhythm Divine.
Okay, we'll go with one of those. As we are talking about Tempopo, developed by Which Beam. Or is it? No, it's not Which. It's Witch. Not Which. It's Which Beam. Witch. Not that
Witch, like lady with a hat.
Yes, like the Wicked movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Beam.
As opposed to, like, I don't know which beam.
Yeah.
Witch.
Yeah.
Or a sandwich.
We went on that a little too long. But this game came out in April of 2025, multi-platform, PC, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series. No PlayStation, though.
Curious.
PlayStation has no games, or at least this game. I played this on the PC, 1.69 gigabytes on the PC. Tom, what about you?
Well, you cast a little shade there, and my 2.00 gigabytes cast some shade on your smaller size.
I guess so. Interesting that there's that. I mean, it's a discrepancy, not a huge discrepancy, but it is there.
No. And, you know, who knows with the Series S? Though, I mean, it wasn't developed for the PlayStation, so...
Yeah.
That's not where the discrepancy comes in.
Nope. But, well, what kind of game is this?
I put puzzle and then afterwards wrote rhythm, like rhythm puzzle rhythm. I don't know. It's both.
Kind of, maybe. Yeah. Well, I just put down isometric puzzle game.
Ooh, I like that. Yes.
Yeah. Because, we'll talk about it. Is there something about the puzzle? Is there something about the rhythm? I don't know. But what is the game loop then?
I put use instructions to guide these little jellies to rescue flowers and exit safely.
Yeah. I put collect flowers by moving your Tempopo pals around the world.
Ooh, alliteration. I like it.
Yeah, something like that. But now let's talk about this game and what we liked about it.
Okay, so, well, we talked it's a rhythm game, or at least there's rhythm to it. The music and the rhythm is upbeat, right? It gets you grooving. It's got a good tempo. I'm sure that's not on by accident.
Yeah, I mean, the music was, it didn't seem like it meant to have this good of music. I don't know what it was, but kudos to the music director here, Jeff Van Dyke, because I was definitely bobbing my head the entire time. The music just was like really got you going, really kept you pushing forward with the gameplay, because it's an adorable looking game, right?
Yeah.
The art style was just kind of like, you got these little like squishy slime looking, like dragon quest slime looking things, but they're pink and they have slightly
not copyright infringing.
No, none of that. And no, they have small appendages, so they could be like, look, there's a difference here, I swear.
Yeah. These are jelly. They're Tempopo.
Yeah.
They're not slimes.
Quick, we need a name. Tempopo. There it is. Done. And yeah, that's what it did. But you are I guess this seems like very much like a kid's show vibe to it.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah. It's very colorful, very cute, very like could totally be on TV for kids.
Or like be part of like the Baby Shark mega corporation that it is at this point.
Yes.
So you play as Hannah, who is this conductor throughout this entire thing, and you mess up and you broke the world apparently by what you're doing, rushing things, and now your job is to try and fix things by, like you said, collecting the flowers, because the flowers all disappeared from your little world, and that's what you're doing. Like you said, you're doing instructions. The instructions part of it reminded me of like those games that they have for kids to like learn programming and stuff like that initially.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. So is it like that? Like I think the Rabbids, like from Ubisoft, like they had a game that was similar where you had to do instructions and stuff like that. But it like starts like that, but then it becomes just more like a puzzle game, like a Lemmings style game or whatever, right?
Yes.
So yeah. What else you got like about this?
I like that the levels are pretty short, that you learn from your mistakes and kind of go again. it feels good to solve the puzzles. Like once you get it, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, that was the right step there. Nope, they're falling off the cliff. I got to fix something there, and you're kind of learning by doing, you know.
Absolutely.
And once you get them, you're like, yeah, I got it. Feels good.
Yeah.
I think they stack the mechanics in a good way, like they're
Yeah.
rolling them out at a good tempo, at a good pace.
Mhm.
And then it's like, okay, you learn how to use, the go left, and then you learn how to use the turn into a little helicopter and fly up, or turn into a block, and then you stack these on top of each other to solve the puzzles. And I think, any puzzle game, like you got to roll out each new kind of thing one at a time, and then how they work together. And
I agree. I like
designed.
absolutely. I like the progression overall of the puzzles. You definitely felt like, again, we talked about this before, but like the fact that they give you a mechanic and then you see that mechanic later on top of another mechanic, and it's like that layer is really appreciated. And it just seems like it'd be a good game, like almost like an initial game for a kid.
Yeah,
because of that. I think they took their time to like craft these puzzles and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool.
and it is like pseudo educational, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you learn cause and effect.
Yeah.
It's not just about running around mashing a button. Like that's not going to work in this game. You really do need to think about your choices. It's tactical. It's a puzzle game. It's not. It looks like it could have been some kind of action game, but that's not how it plays.
No, and I like that. Like it's pretty instant in terms of restarting. So if you fail, you can immediately like, okay, let me pick this up back. Okay, I know what I did wrong, and you're right back into it. There's no loading screens from what I've seen, so it was nice. It was a nice experience.
Same on the Series S. It just very smooth transition level to level, and
I also liked all the animations, and I appreciated the animation for Hannah on the bottom right corner, because you get to see if like something is like looping, she starts to be like, oh, okay, I screwed up, and like. And it's like, okay, now it's time for me to restart. You got very good visual cues on like if you were doing something right.
Yes. And then you have the auditory and visual cues if you did something wrong.
Yep,
so
absolutely. So that was good. Good times. Good on Witchbeam for figuring that out. What else you got here, Tom?
Last thing in my likes is like once you've collected a bunch of these flowers, you kind of plant your garden, and then it plays out like a little musical number. And I was like, hey, all right.
That's right.
Like you feel, it feels good to solve each individual puzzle. And then in aggregate, when you've completed, a zone, you get this additional reward in the form of music, which feels very appropriate for this game.
Yeah. Everything was pushing towards this because, again, you are trying to rebuild your garden and your world. So as you collect these particular types of flowers, you're just replanting them back into your world and hopefully make a beautiful symphony of sorts. And that was cool. I appreciated that too. But now we need to talk about things we don't like then, Tom.
Yeah, I'll start by saying there are only two difficulties, and the hard difficulty isn't hard.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this might be geared towards people of a younger age.
It's true. I mean, it certainly looks like a kid's game. So it's like being mad at Ben 10 for being too easy.
Right.
Like it's not for a 41-year-old man to play. So
I mean, and to be fair, like I think the other part of it, I forgot to mention, this game's fully voice acted, which I thought was pretty good too. So got a little Aussie accent girl, Hannah, talking to you when she's disappointed and stuff like that. And that was one of my dislikes. I disliked disappointing Hannah. That was seeing her just being like, oh, I messed up. It's like, no, it was me, not you. I swear. Let me do this again. So that was definitely something I didn't like doing. But.
Well, I can piggyback on that and say that I didn't like sacrificing some of these little jellies to solve the puzzle, because sometimes they are means to an end. One of these little boys falls off a cliff or something so that you can move forward, and it's just like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
As long as you save the ones that have the flowers, that's all that matters. Right. All the others are disposable.
That's true. It's just like for the greater good, I suppose.
For the greater good. They don't have souls. They must not have souls. I'm
guess,
clearly I'm puppeteering them, so it's fine.
Although they're the ones that are the ones that tell you like slow down at the beginning, or at least tell Hannah to slow down, and like they're talking to her. They're like, "Hey, whoa, you're getting a little crazy here." So I don't know if they have actual souls or not, but they actually have a conscience of some sort. So I don't know what's right and wrong.
Well,
but
either way, I don't like sacrificing them. So.
Yeah, absolutely, I get that, and that also makes you think that this game, the puzzles can only be solved one way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, I get it. Like, if this is geared towards a smaller child, maybe you don't want to inundate them with a million different ways of solving something. Just be like, okay, this is the one way you need to figure it out. Like, you know, kind of like a maze, those little mazes you would have to draw out to get to the end. So,
to be fair, we only played the first hour, so the puzzles may get more complicated or may have branching later.
Yeah.
But I will say, kind of leaning into the 1 hour thing, the game is like super simple. And so it's just one puzzle after another, and it does get pretty repetitive as a consequence.
Yeah.
And I wonder if perhaps it's designed to be played in kind of smaller chunks.
That's true.
Like playing an hour of this straight, by the end of the hour, you're like, it's just more of the same. Whereas I think if I had stopped after, finishing the first garden, okay, or if I had played, 5 or 6 puzzles and then stopped, maybe played for 20, 30 minutes, I think I would have come away in a better mood.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. And like, I know you liked it, but the base building part, and I'm nitpicking here, but it was like one of the things that I wasn't a huge fan of, because it was like, I was like, okay, if I place this flower here, am I like, was it stuck there? Can I move it around after? Because it's like that kind of paranoia for me about making sure I put things in the right place was just
I did comment on mine, like, is there order to this madness of me planting these roses? Like, does it matter? Like, you can double stack them, you can single stack them.
Yeah.
I guess it changes the notes that she plays as she conducts through. So each player gets a different kind of musical number as a consequence. All right, which is cool. But I did have that decision paralysis. Like, does this matter? There's no real instructions about it. And actually, that does kind of segue into my other complaint here, which is strangely, there's no real tutorial. Like, the tiles are given to you, but they're not really explained. Like, so there's full voice acting, but you're given the block one, or you're giving the little floaty one, but she doesn't tell you like, okay, now we're gonna roll out this new mechanic. This is what it does. It's just kind of shows up in your list of tools, and then you got to use it and learn what it is. And then there is a lot of like kind of trial by error. The rounds are so quick that I guess it doesn't really matter. But
I think that's what it is too. Like, I get, because if they went through a whole tutorial, that would probably like the pacing would probably be
get a little slower the game down.
So I don't know. I mean, I get it. And like they don't throw too many tools at you.
Yeah,
I think like three at the most since I've in the hour that I played. There was probably, I think 3, and like you just kind of play around with it. I think that leads to like the childlike discovering, right? Like, okay, these are the tools that I can work with. Is this the right way? No. Okay, let's move on, reset it, and try it again. But I mean, it is that. But I would also say, because kind of harking back to the issue I had before, where there's only one way to solve a puzzle. Does that mean it's like no possibility of replaying the game? Like the replayability might be limited with that.
Yeah.
Like once you solve a puzzle, it's like, okay, I know how to solve this puzzle. And it's like, if you just want to play it to maybe hear the music, which I don't hate on that.
Yeah.
Music is good.
But you're right. Like there's no like rating system when you finish a level. Like a lot of puzzle games, they give you some kind of like, oh, you finished it in that quickly. So you get so many stars or a score or something. And you don't really get that here. It's just you did it or you didn't do it.
Right. Absolutely. Like, you think about like the Angry Birds and things like that, where they had you had
solved it in so many moves or something, but
exactly.
That doesn't exist here.
Doesn't exist. But I mean, I guess that could be a good thing or not, but there's that. There's a finite way of this game, and that's okay too, right? You can have something that just serves its purpose and moves on.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of serving your purpose and move on, anything else in your dislikes? Because
No.
you're not disliking it here in this dislike
I'm not
section,
disliking it, but I'm like also trying to point out some things that maybe we might have missed. But let's get to our other thoughts then, Tom. How long to beat says this game takes about 4 to 6 hours to complete. So relatively short.
Yeah.
So a kid can get through that in a weekend and be satisfied with their weekend. Maybe check that off their box. It does have Xbox Play Anywhere and cloud saves, so play this on the go. Play this between your Xbox and PC and your and whatever mobile device. Maybe so. Good on them for doing that. What do you got, Tom?
This is clearly Lemmings for a modern audience.
Yeah.
You know, we played Lemmings as kids, and that's what this is. Which is not a bad thing. It just is. There are 60 levels across 4 seasons.
Oh, wow, okay.
And then apparently there are 60 added challenge levels after that. So perhaps that's where the difficulty really comes in. But it sounds like you got to get through quite a few levels first.
Okay.
Witchbeam is an indie studio from Brisbane, Australia, which you covered. They also made Unpacking, which is a lot of people are a big fan of that. So I saw a lot of comparisons drawn to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is a Wii U game that I never played. But looking at it, it's like isometric Toad moving through a space. So yeah, I could definitely see how that might be maybe a more apt or current comparison than Lemmings. Sure. Though I imagine you're not sacrificing Toad off a cliff like you are to these guys.
Yeah, the other game I was thinking of was like Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey kind of thing.
Yeah,
because you're helping your fellow slaves get out of there, escape their prisons and stuff like that. So yeah, cool, awesome. So Tom, we need to find out: are we keeping this game on our respective hard drives, or are we like the little Tempopos we have to sacrifice, throw them off of this world?
I'll start and say, honestly, by the end of the hour, it felt like it was dragging on and felt pretty repetitive. And I do think if you're going to play this, don't play it for an hour. Maybe play it for 20, 30 minutes. I think what you'll end up as a result, liking those 20, 30 minutes and then come back for another 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. In the grander scheme of a bunch of other games that I can play, I don't think that I'll go back to this, but it is also only 2 gigs. So I'm not in any real hurry to uninstall it, but I have a feeling that this one's going to just sit there on the drive until I need space and then get the kibosh.
Okay.
How about you?
Well, look, I mean, this game was adorable. It made me feel smart for figuring out all the ways to solve the problem, which is only one way, but it is still great that I was able to figure that out and utilize the tools I had. But yeah, I agree. This feels more like a mobile game, but like a better looking mobile game.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to go back to this, but maybe I'll throw this to my kids and say, hey, do you want to try this puzzle game out? Let's see if they like it. You know,
I agree that it would probably be, we're not the target audience here.
No, definitely not. But like I said, great music. I would rather go find the soundtrack and listen to that also.
Yeah.
I can totally see that. Cool. It's a cool little soundtrack and cool vibe to it. So
groovy.
Got that lo-fi feel to it, you know. So I'm all for that. But those are our thoughts. Let us know what you think of this game. Follow us and say hello on Blue Sky at 1H1D, on Twitter and Threads at TC1H1D. Check out our next streams on Twitch at twitch.tv/1H1D, or shoot us an email at tc1h1d@gmail.com. And hey, you might be watching this on YouTube. If you are, maybe send us a like, send us a comment down below, and say what was your favorite Tempopo track. That would be cool. Or are there other games that are similar to this, puzzle games that you think that we should check out? That'd be good to know too. But 1H1D is part of the QTB network, and if you like any great gaming content, please check it all out at quitthebill.com/network. Now, Tom.
Yes, Chris.
239 beckons.
Yes. What shall we play?
Well, we're about to find out with that surprising button. Now, here we go. Oh, Blizzard Arcade Collection.
Oh, many games to play.
Many games, maybe. We'll see. And that is that for that episode, and that is that for this episode, because we're done with Tempopo.
Yep. Moving on up.
Moving on up and onward, maybe upward to Blizzard or downward. We'll find out. That is it for this episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.
Thanks, everybody.